You're listening to K. Billy's Super Sounds of the 70s Weekend. That was Brandy by Looking Glass. Now for the top of the hour, we're going to transition right on over to our main show of the night, A Work in Progress. Here it goes.
Let me tell you what Like a Virgin's about. Like a Virgin's about a girl who digs a guy with a big dick. The entire song, it's a metaphor for big dicks.
If you don't know where that's from, I think you should listen to this podcast. You're undeserving.
You're not worthy.
You're not worthy. So, this podcast, this episode, first and foremost, welcome back to A Work in Progress podcast. I'm Eli.
If you're back, thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm Louie.
And today's topic is Quentin Tarantino is our god.
I wouldn't say that, but
he's
a pretty good director. He is one of the best directors, the best movies, the best dialogue. He doesn't it's not his cinematography, but the cinematography in his movies.
Can you name the first Quentin Tarantino movie that you watched?
Yes, you showed it to me. I still remember the day vividly. Our parents went to Las Vegas, and it was me, you, my sister, and our brother-in-law.
That was the first time you watched a Tarantino movie?
I saw Django. Oh, actually, I didn't finish. In 2008, I saw Kill Bill with my sister, late at night or early. And we didn't get to finish it. We saw the last half. But I basically saw the last half of Kill Bill 1. But the first one I finished entirely was Django Unchained.
I remember for me, the first one I had seen was Reservoir Dogs. I remember I had asked mom and dad, is it a good movie? I was 14, and they're like, it's not a movie you should watch at your age. And I was like, why? And they're like, it's really gory and just a lot of cussing, and it's not something you should watch.
It was a lot of cussing.
It is a lot of cussing, but I remember. So I said I was 14. Mom and dad had gone to a party, and I don't know where you guys were at, but I was in the house by myself, and mom and dad had the DirecTV in their room.
You could have done other things, but you
I could have done
decided to watch the movie.
So I'm scrolling through DirecTV, and it was about 7:40, and it was on I want to say Showtime, and I was like, Reservoir Dogs is about to start. I'm like, ooh.
Whoa, what's the coincidence?
I know that, and so I remember I was laying in their room and I watched it, and just
Wait,
as I saw.
You were at the party for that long? How long is that movie? Isn't it 2 hours and 30? No, I'm thinking. It's
I don't
an hour
know.
57.
No, regardless of, but the parties where we used to live would always last till midnight.
That's true. Or 1 or 2.
So I remember just laying there, and in wonderment of this amazing movie that I wasn't allowed to watch. And I think that was one of the first movies too that mom and dad were like, you're not allowed to watch it, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, these people are wrong.
They lied to me.
To me, it was one of the most amazing movies that I had ever seen, because it was my first exposure to Quentin Tarantino in full.
Yeah.
I had never seen clips from anything of his, and for some reason the name Reservoir Dogs and the poster had caught my attention so much.
The poster is really cool. When I saw Kill Bill, I was I saw which one's the one? It's part 1 with the last scene where
it goes black and white.
88.
Yeah.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, what the heck is this? It was so cool.
I don't like Kill Bill as much as all of his other movies.
I think I like Kill Bill because it was one of the first ones I saw. But I didn't see it fully, but still, it was one of the first ones I saw.
So, when you start off with Quentin Tarantino's filmography, the first movie that he actually made was called My Best Friend's Birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was 90 minutes, and there was a fire, and there's only 50 minutes of footage left, and so nobody ever talks about it. No, nobody knows what it's about.
Wow. But the one before that, it was a short that was unfinished, also called Love, Birds, and Bondage.
That one I've never heard of. But
unfinished.
So we're looking at his filmography, but the first movie he wrote
and
that I had heard of, no. First movie he just wrote.
Oh, okay.
Was True Romance.
Oh, and then
which True Romance is bad. Shout if the homie Scott Beer is listening to this, he was the one that showed it to me. He He let me borrow his copy.
Is it exactly like Quentin Tarantino's? Did they change anything about it?
No, I don't think so. And you can tell right away. It has Christian Slater. You know the girl from Boyhood?
Yes.
The mom?
Wasn't she in Dusk Till Dawn too? That girl?
No.
But the girl from Dusk Till Dawn's in it, right? In True Romance.
No, I don't think so. I know Gary Oldman is in it.
I like that guy.
And then the guy from Reservoir Dogs is in it too. Chris Penn. Nice Guy Eddie. Yeah, he's in it too. And then I remember around the time I saw it is when we were still watching like Disney shows. So the dad from Good Luck Charlie is on it with like he's rocking like mad ponytail.
Oh, isn't he like a bad guy?
Yeah.
Is she? Oh no, Angela's in it.
No, Patricia Arquette. That's what it is. Oh, Christopher Walken. Oh,
Christopher Walken.
That movie is where you first notice that he's really good at doing dialogue-driven movies.
Tarantino?
Yeah.
Oh, because his dialogue keeps you interested.
So that one's a good one. I like True Romance. From what I understood, he sold True Romance
to make
money to make Reservoir Dogs, and then he showed Reservoir Dogs at a film festival.
Which it says right here, it was during 1991 he showed it. It was a video short directed by him, and it was at Sundance Institute 1991 June Film Lab. So obviously, when he went to Sundance,
anyway, with the money he made from Reservoir Dogs is what he went to go use to make Pulp Fiction.
And did he just keep on doing that, or he got his name from a director by then?
From Reservoir Dogs?
From Pulp Fiction, because he needed his own money.
I want to say that he won. I think Pulp Fiction won Best Picture that year. I'm pretty sure if you go down into it,
it'll tell you.
But Pulp Fiction,
it won an Oscar. Yeah, one Oscar, but it doesn't say.
Click on it.
Seymour.
And it's number 7 on the top 10 IMDb movies.
That's crazy.
He won for best screenplay. See, that's what he's good at.
Oh no, he got nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor in Leading Role. John Travolta.
Yeah.
He died. That's not a spoiler. I forgot.
Yeah.
But what about Sam Jackson? Oh, actor in supporting role.
But anyway, yeah, that's where he got his start as like a big shot director.
And then after that he did
after Pulp Fiction.
It says he does an episode of ER, and then Jackie Brown.
But we're just talking about his movies.
Oh, but he still directed the episode of ER.
Okay, nobody's ever like, dude, my favorite thing Quentin Tarantino did was that one episode of ER.
ER.
But let's talk about
Jackie
Pulp
Brown.
Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction.
Do you remember the first time you saw Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction, I saw it. No, I don't remember. I think I saw it on Netflix because it was like, oh, movie's on.
Beer, let me borrow that one too. Jesus. I have the picture on Instagram of the first day I saw it. I don't know where that one lands in like my top 10 for. Well, he only has 8 movies, but I know I like it a lot better than Kill Bill. That's a fact.
I'm just kidding.
I think that my favorite part. You know what I really dislike about Pulp Fiction.
Speaking of Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, isn't there a reference?
We're not right there yet. We're not talking about the universe series.
Whatever.
My least favorite part about Pulp Fiction, you know what it is?
Butch. Butch's scenes?
I don't like Bruce Willis.
You can't admit that he wasn't badass with that freaking samurai sword.
That's why. I like that scene when he sees Marcellus Wallace. From there on, that's when I like that segment in the movie.
Character?
Yeah. No, not the character, because fuck Bruce Willis.
Why?
Because I don't like him in general.
Fuck you.
Okay. Anyway. And then what was I saying? Well, that
you liked his character from Marcellus Wallace's point on, like when they.
Yeah. What I like about it too is that the movie is shot in unchronologically, which makes it confusing to some people until you've seen it. But I do like times.
It. Yeah, he does that with a lot of his movies now.
Not really.
He did it with. Didn't he do it with Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Reservoir Dogs. I'm trying to think of other ones.
But Reservoir Dogs, it starts off in the middle and then it goes back to the beginning.
But then
it continues on.
In the middle, it shows the beginning too, because it's showing how they all met.
That's why, but it doesn't go back to the beginning and then start again from there.
That's true.
It shows when they're meeting. It shows
when I did see Pulp Fiction, I do remember this. When I saw Pulp Fiction the first time, I'm like, gonna have to rewatch this movie because I did not know it was not in chronology. Because I was like, what the heck is up with this story? Like,
the way the movie goes
he's dead and then he comes back in the end. And I was like, whoa.
How does the movie start?
Which one?
Pulp Fiction, chronologically.
The end? Because that's when...
No, they have their briefcase then.
Eli, it's the end. Because when they're robbing that diner...
No, it starts off with the Royale with cheese scene.
Does it really?
Yeah. And then they're driving with Marvin. Or we get shot in the face. Then they go to Jimmy's house.
No.
Yes.
That's not how it happens.
Yes.
That's not.
Yes. Okay. That's why. Let me finish.
The Honey Bunny scene happens first.
I'm talking about chronologically.
Oh, sorry.
Because technically...
Anyway, still, the Honey Bunny scene is first.
No, it's not. No.
What's first then?
That's why I'm saying.
Oh,
Royale with
last
cheese.
Thing.
Yes, it's when they're walking.
Okay, that's how the movie... Oh, no, that's not even how the movie ends.
No, that's why. Okay.
Because, okay.
The last...
Fuck, dude, I hate this movie now.
Let me explain it.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
No. That's why
okay.
I'm saying Royale with cheese.
Mm-hmm.
We shot Marvin in the face. They go to Jimmy's house.
I hate that so much. It's pissing me off now.
They wear that clothes. And then after that, it's the diner scene. Then when they leave the diner, the honey bunny scene, the honey bun, or whatever the fuck, pumpkin and honey bunny, that happens at the diner.
Uh-huh.
And then they leave.
Uh-huh.
That same night is when Vincent goes on the date with Mia Wallace.
Oh, wow. I forgot about all that. What happens to, what's his name?
What? Butch?
No. Simon Jackson's character. I forgot his name.
Remember he walks away from the business?
That always... Oh, yeah, and then that's what...
Okay. And then Butch's scene happens right after the diner scene.
So, Sam Jackson already left because...
He's there at the bar. They show up at the bar.
But Vince was working by himself when he gets shot by Butch.
I know, that's why. After that, the Butch scene is where the rest of the movie, how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
So Zed's Dead Baby is officially how the movie ends.
Okay.
That's where the movie stopped.
Okay.
Alright, so that's how it ends.
Yeah.
So Zed's Dead Baby.
Mm-hmm. And then they drive off in the motorcycle.
Yeah.
I can see why because that would kind of suck. But I can see why
I
he
think it does make
way.
a better movie when it's...
Yeah, because it would have sucked. I would have been so pissed with Zed's Dead, baby. Zzz, and they drive off. I'm like... So it's kind of good how he ended it.
It's well fitting to the end of the movie, I guess.
What is Zed's Dead?
Yeah.
No, I like the Jimmy scene where they go to Jimmy's and Wolf comes out. Shout out to Mr. White. I always forget.
Okay, next movie is officially his 8 movies because you like.
Why didn't we talk about Reservoir Dogs? That was the first one.
We did.
Not really, but
yeah. I'm gonna sneeze.
Sure. I hate when you sneeze because it's loud. Anyway, next movie is. Oh,
Jackie
he wrote
Brown?
the screen. Oh yeah, Jackie Brown, which I've only seen some of. So.
I've never seen Jackie Brown.
From what I've seen, it was really good. We're talking about his famous movies, right, Son?
Just his
screenplays
8.
count?
Just his 8 movies.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, the next would be Kill Bill.
Kill Bill? Kill Bill was cool. I tell you, I didn't
like the anime scenes. I can say that. But
I thought the anime scenes were kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like them at all. I just felt like it was out of... I guess it's because he was trying to do that like whole culture thing. But I didn't really like it, so... That was the only thing, the thing I had wrong with that movie.
And then I like the reason that the Crazy 88 scene is black and white.
Why?
Because the censors didn't allow that much blood. And there's a lot of
there's
fucking
a lot of
fucking blood.
It's so awesome. It says here. Are we still talking about Kill Bill? You still want to talk about Kill Bill?
Yeah.
You like the story?
Yeah, I don't have anything against
I always
it.
found it crazy, like how she got shot in the head, right? She was pregnant too, the baby, and then she wakes up, and the Furious Five. That's what they're called, right? Oh no, I'm thinking of Kung Fu Panda. Am I? They're called some stupid name like that though. What are they called?
I don't
You don't remember? I remember it was like the
remember.
Furious Five or something.
It has something to fucking do with snakes. They all had snake names.
Oh yeah, okay. And then they all try to kill her again. She's hunting them down. Yo, shout out to your teacher in Millennium.
I know. Shout out to Siddharth, because as a graduation present, she gave me the
Kill
kill
Bill
list. The kill list.
That is the dopest thing, and yet it's not one of Eli's favorite Kill Bill movies.
Tarantino movies, but still, it's a fucking cool thing to have.
Tarantino, yeah.
That's like saying,
It
"Oh,
is really
dude,
dope.
I don't like Back to the Future, but I have a hoverboard." It's like, dude, regardless of a hoverboard,
Why
is
would you
fucking
have
badass.
a hoverboard though?
Because a hoverboard is badass.
You don't like the movie. Okay,
Still.
anyway, what else could we talk about Kill Bill?
Kill Bill, and then we moved to Kill Bill Volume 2.
Vol 2. I don't have a lot to say about
That one was weird.
That one was weird. I didn't really.
I think I liked it more than the first one.
What? I guess the ending was pretty
I
satisfying.
really don't remember it as much.
Was that the one where she meets the master? So he kind of did what he did in Pulp Fiction in this one too, no? Because she meets the master in that one, and that's when she's doing all of her
I
moves.
really don't remember it.
I don't remember either.
What I do want to see, though, is that I've heard...
Kill Bill 3?
No.
Oh. Would you ever want to see a Kill Bill 3?
I guess, yeah.
Would you be mad if that was one of his... Isn't he doing only 10?
Supposedly.
And would you be mad if that was 9? No?
He says Kill Bill counts as one movie.
Oh. So... It's still at 8? So, it
So
would be
that's... Reservoir Dogs is 1. Pulp Fiction is 2. Jackie Brown is 3. Kill Bill is 4.
Django.
No, Inglourious Bastards.
Hateful Eight.
Django, Hateful Eight. That's 7. So he would have 3 movies left.
Then why's Hateful? I thought Hateful Eight was called Hateful Eight because he did 8 movies already. Or is it
There's
'cause of
8 characters. On a technicality, it's his 8th movies. It's his 8th movie.
I love Hateful Eight, but we're not on that
Yeah,
yet.
we're not there yet.
But I have so much to talk about. That.
Jump back to Kill Bill. So, the whole bloody affair. Have you ever heard about that?
No.
I think it was cut. It was supposed to be one movie, and he cut it into a 4-hour movie. And there's like an extended anime scene.
Wow.
And there's just a lot of extra shit that makes it flows better.
Nice guy Eddie's. What's his dad's name? What's his dad's name?
Joe Cabot.
Joe Cabot. I heard that the actor got fired in the movie because I was looking up facts from Quentin Tarantino. I heard that he got fired, right? The actor.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's because he was hard to work with. So he filmed all of his scenes already, and then he fired him. He was getting tired of him, and then he goes home, shoots at his nephew, and goes to jail.
What the
Dude,
fuck?
and I don't know if that's real, but it was on like a fact page, and I was like, what the heck? That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. So, like, fun fact.
Okay. I know we're only talking about, that I said we're only talking about his official movies that he's written and directed.
Uh-huh.
That he's directed.
Uh-huh.
We need to fucking talk about From Dusk Till Dawn.
I was gonna say that, and then
From
you're all like,
Dusk-
"Oh,
okay, I
but
know.
only his 8 movies."
No, I know it's because you're
I was
mentioning-
looking at it, and
you
I was
were
like,
mentioning other
no,
stuff that he's done.
I was looking at From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm like, dude, we need to talk about Dusk Till Dawn, and then you're all like, only 8 movies, and I was like, dude, Dusk Till Dawn. And it's his screenplay, which is,
I think From Dusk Till Dawn,
He was in Dusk
the
Till Dawn.
first half, yeah, he acted in it.
yeah,
The first half was written by Robert Rodriguez.
which I don't hate one half or the other. Like,
No, they're
really
both good. And I think the second half was written by Quentin Tarantino.
You can tell that
You can tell in the tonal
that they
shift.
changed directors.
Oh no, he didn't direct the other half. He
Wrote it.
wrote the other half.
Oh, yeah, but who directed it? Robert Rodriguez. Oh.
Robert Rodriguez is fucking badass too.
He is
Shout out to Spy
badass,
Kids.
dude. Spy Kids.
Anyway, so From Dusk Till Dawn, dope ass movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Ooh.
So Kill Bill, and then
2, we already talked about Volume 2.
I've never seen Grindhouse.
Is that the one with Kurt Russell?
It's Death Proof, and there's another
Kurt.
one with it. It's Death Proof, and I don't know. I've never
Did
seen
they also
them.
do Dusk Till Dawn like that style, like in Grindhouse?
I think he wrote one of the movies.
How many
One of the
movies are in
segments.
there?
It's
Oh,
supposed
it's
to be one
segments.
movie, but it's 2 different segments.
Oh, okay.
So
Anyway,
after that,
blah, blah,
Inglourious
blah.
Bastards.
Which Louie hasn't seen. I've only really only seen the first 15 minutes because something always happens. And
every time
I'm
I try
tired.
to watch it,
I'm tired because something always happens.
It is incredibly long. And look, there's people who are like, "Oh, dude, it's like most of the movie spoken in like French or German."
That
it is
dialogue
incredibly
is
worth it.
The beginning dialogue is one of the best dialogues.
The opening scene, and then that's what won Christoph Waltz
his first
Oscar.
Dang, he kind of started acting late, but he's still
okay.
From what I've seen, he was like.
I watched Inglourious Bastards in a film class in high school. Dude, that shit was so badass. Like, everybody was talking, nobody cared. And I was like, dude, this movie is like... I'm surprised I hadn't seen it before. This movie, Quentin Tarantino says is masterpiece.
Oh, one of my favorite directors is in it.
You like Eli Roth?
Yeah. Because of his horror movies.
I guess... Do you want me to give you why he says it's his masterpiece, or why it's noted that it's his masterpiece?
Why?
At the end of the movie, they make...
Spoilers?
Partially. They make a deal with...
The Nazis?
Hans Landa. And Hans Landa's like, okay. He's like, I'll let you guys take me to the border, and you guys can turn me in. But you have to let me go free once we get there, and if they catch me, they catch me.
Uh-huh.
And so they get to the border...
Oh, I kind of know. Dude.
Okay. Then I won't say... I won't... The final line in the movie is one of the main characters looking directly at the camera. And he goes, you know what? I think this is my masterpiece. And then it cuts to black and it says written and directed by Tarantino.
That's dope.
I love movies that just end on like one line, cut to black. That had to be one of my favorite movies.
That's freaking dope.
And then after Inglourious Bastards came Django Unchained.
First full Quentin Tarantino movie I saw, which I was like, holy crap! I didn't even know that he wrote Kill Bill, and I was like, who did this? It was so good, and like, it was so crazy, like how a black. Oh, I said the word. I'm just kidding. An African American in that time. What do you want me to say? The
To
N-word?
become a bounty hunter.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
Knit.
Tur. Oh man, we said it.
Nuggers.
Nuggers.
That was the first Quentin Tarantino movie that I got to see in the theater.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was a good one.
I had money. I don't remember from what. And I told my mom, I was like, look, I know you want to watch it. Okay. I'm like, I will pay for your ticket if we go tonight. And she's like, oh, okay, let's go. Dude. That movie,
Leonardo DiCaprio should have won an Oscar for that. He was like insane in that movie.
I don't think he had as big as a role that Christoph Waltz won another supporting actor Oscar.
Oh, he deserved it. I
okay.
cried so bad. I was like,
I thought it was awesome.
Would you want to see a sequel? Movie. Do you think there would be I don't
think it would work without Christoph Waltz.
But like how the movie ends, it's like he gets the girl and then he
finally got his girl, but like
what's gonna happen, dude?
If it was me,
hunt him down?
If I was Django,
he killed. Mind you, in that time, he killed like a lot of white people. Dude. Okay, in that time, if that happened, they would have been like on his ass, dude.
I was gonna say, but he was a free man anyway. But look, that's what I'm saying. If I was Django and I got the girl, and I just fucked everybody up that had gotten in my way already, I would run off to like fucking Canada with her. That's
smart. But do you think they knew about Canada?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know, dude. I thought okay. Anyway, the ending of like kind of the last 40, 30 minutes reminds me of Kill Bill. Last 40, 30 minutes with all the blood.
Oh.
When he's killing white
There's
people.
so many points in that movie where you think it's going to end and it just doesn't.
There's a lot of movies like that, and this one I do like.
And it's not even like, when is this movie going to end? There's just points where you're like, this is where it's going to end.
And then
here come another 20 minutes, motherfucker. And then you're like, ooh, okay, this is definitely, yeah, baby, we're going to give you 15 more minutes of this good shit, son.
10 minutes.
I like how it ended, though. I fucking love.
Yes, the whole movie was good. I like how he started it. Throwback to westerns, I guess.
Spaghetti westerns.
Spaghetti western. The difference between
Which I don't fucking know. That's just what I know is that
there's
correct.
spaghetti in it, dude. What's their spaghetti policy?
That's just what I know, that it's the like legitimate answer for legitimate name for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was great. I liked it.
Okay. Last movie, dude.
And this was the other Tarantino.
I remember hearing about this maybe 2 years, like that. The script had leaked.
At SDCC.
And I remember you telling me that he wasn't making the movie anymore, and then he told me the plots of it, and I was like, why? Why do people have to be assholes? And he made it.
And it was one of the actors that he sent it to. So
let's messed up.
Let's go through the process of
all
it.
the actors that he sent it to, I loved, and it kind of makes me sad that one of them would do that.
Yeah, and they're all
Sam Jackson, the guy from Reservoir Dogs, right?
It's fuck. I always forget his name.
His name. Well, he.
Okay, it was Samuel Jackson. It was Mr. White.
It was Mr. No, it wasn't Mr. White.
Oh, it was Mr. Blonde.
Mr. Blonde comes out in it too.
It's something Martin.
Mr. Blonde comes out in. Did he send it to Mr. Blonde?
Yes.
Why would he?
That's who comes out in it.
No, he does come out in it.
It's not James Martin.
Two people from Reservoir Dogs come out in it.
Michael Madsen.
Tim Roth. Dude,
Michael,
see, that's who I was talking
this is
about.
What he sent it to. He sent it to Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Samuel Jackson, and Kurt Russell.
I don't think it was Samuel or Kurt
I know.
Russell.
Samuel Jackson, there's an interview where they're like,
I feel like
Quentin thinks that it was you that did it. He's like, I've been working with this motherfucker for like 20 years, and he really thinks I would do him like that.
I think it was the asshole.
Everyone said no. I think everyone said that it was Tim Roth.
Oh, I loved him though. Oh, he's a rat.
Anyway, yeah, I remember that. I was like, oh, dude, he's working on a movie. Like, I'm going to be able to see this one in the theater, too. Like, I'll be old enough to buy my own ticket. And then it leaked. Okay, it leaked. And then he was like...
In what year? Because I remember you telling me about it. I feel like it was a long time ago.
When did the movie come out? 2016?
Wasn't it like 2013?
Hateful Eight? No.
When the script leaked?
No, it leaked like 2015.
Really?
Early 2015.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or maybe late 2014. Anyway, though, what I'm saying is, though, it leaked, and then he was like, oh, that fucking pisses me off. I'm not going to do the movie anymore, this and that. You can't blame the guy either.
No, I know.
Like, if I had really put heart into something and somebody went and leaked it, I would be really fucking pissed off. But I read it. I remember I went to go get my tires done, and I was like, oh, they don't have Wi-Fi here. Oh, I remember I downloaded the script. I was like, maybe I should give it a read. One of the most badass fucking
Is it
Tarantino.
anything like the movie?
No, the ending is completely different.
Oh, you did tell me. Doesn't Channing Tatum rape someone too?
Do they?
You told me that. I was like, that doesn't need to be in the movie. Also, what's her name gets raped in Django, and they didn't put that in the movie either.
That's in the script. That one's in the script. I don't remember. No. But, okay, the way the script ends is with Tim Roth's character bleeding out and screaming, and then it cuts to black. Like, everyone else is dead, and he gets shot in the stomach, and he shoots, I think, the other person in the head. And then he's bleeding out, and, like, he gets a blanket, and he's just screaming, and then it cuts to black. Okay, so then script gets leaked. He's like, not going to make it. Tarantino has a change of heart. All right, I'm going to make it, because fuck you if you think that this shit's gonna stop me.
Good.
The way this movie was made,
I love this movie because I heard a YouTuber compare it to one of my top 5 favorite movies.
We're not there yet.
Then hurry up, dude.
That's why I'm...
Okay, so what were you saying?
This is where you see that him as a director...
Has grown up?
Not has grown up, but is one of the pure directors where... They don't do it for the fame.
He does
it for himself. They don't do it for the money. He does it because he legitimately wants to tell a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a good story, too.
So, for example, if I were to make a movie, like, I would base it off of something that Tarantino did, if I would be honest.
Whenever I write screenplays, I'm always like, damn, I have to stop this because it's a Tarantino movie already.
There would have to be an homage to Tarantino somewhere.
Yeah, there would.
Tarantino admired the way movies used to be made with movies such as, is it Ben-Hur?
Ben-Hur.
Okay. Ben-Hur was shot on a 70 millimeter camera. That means that it is wide as hell. Like, you see everything. Okay? And he said that he had gone... I'm not recalling where the place is, but he had gone to see it, and after they saw Ben-Hur, he says that he saw the camera, and that in his mind he's like, I want to work with that camera someday. Dang. So then when he was making Hateful Eight and he was looking for the lenses, he went to a warehouse and he's like, ooh, this lens looks like it's going to be really good to use, and it was the exact same lens that they used.
That's dope.
To make
I did hear about
Ben-Hur.
that. And also, me and Eli got to see the special engagement.
That I'm getting to that.
Okay.
This movie was filmed entirely on film, on 70 millimeter
Which
film.
I think people should start doing again.
They do.
Film is amazing.
A lot of IMAX movies are still shot
in film.
Yeah.
I thought it was digitally.
No, and that's why there's like 70 millimeter, 35 millimeter.
Dope. I didn't know that.
So 75 millimeter, you're getting that sweet, delicious.
There was nothing I can explain my experience because it was one of the best things ever.
It has a graininess to it, but it's a graininess that you appreciate.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like, oh, dude, the picture's grainy. So they announced that Quentin Tarantino was gonna do a moving picture roadshow like they used to do.
And I was like, whoa.
Like when Gone with the Wind first came out.
Yeah, they did.
I think Gone with the Wind is like fucking 6 hours long or something like that. So
no, 4 maybe 5.
Something like that. Movies that are long like that have an overture, which is the music that they play in the beginning,
and then interlude. Oh no,
intermission. I think there's like 8 intermissions. That's why I tell you, it's like, I think it's like 6 hours. You should look
maybe
it
it's
up.
because the intermissions.
Okay, there's like 6 intermissions.
Okay.
And so if you don't know what an intermission is when the movie stops in the middle and you have time to go to the bathroom, you have time to go get snacks. So
because the movie's really long. Yeah.
So
3 hours and 58 minutes.
That's still pretty long.
Yeah, that is how.
And for what year did it come out?
1939. Holy.
That movie, I've never seen that. Anyway, okay. Moving picture show. Quentin Tarantino, they announced that he was going to do a moving picture show with the Hateful Eight, and it was going to be screened in some theaters in 70 millimeters, which is, to me, is crazy.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of theaters have.
And I was sad because I wasn't going to be able to go watch it because you were 17 and I wasn't going to be allowed to go. Were you 17?
Yeah, and somehow we were able to get in.
Because our uncle went with us who was
older. Oh, yeah, okay. So, he announced going to do a moving picture show, which is, again, I say amazing because there's not a lot of movie theaters across the U.S. that will project a movie in film. It's like super rare, especially to find someone that knows how to run a projector on, because 70 millimeter film is freaking huge.
Yeah, and then mind you, that was like not a normal thing anymore. So
imagine like the size of like a 18-wheeler, like one of those wheels. Like that's how big
a big wheel
the film is.
Yeah.
So I remember like, oh damn, it's gonna come out Christmas Eve. I'm like, I want to see if we're gonna be able to find a screening. And then we found that there was a screening right up the street from us.
But I was sad because at the time, I wasn't going to be able to go. You still bought 3 tickets just in case someone was...
We were going to be able to go in the first place, though, because our friend was 21.
Oh, yeah.
And but then he ended up canceling on us.
So that day, I was really sad.
So that day, I was trying to figure out, like, who wants a ticket. And then my uncle was like, oh, it looks like a pretty cool movie. I'll go watch it. So I remember we got there. Dude, there was a lot of traffic for that day for it being Christmas.
It was Christmas.
It was Christmas Eve. Either way. Yeah. I remember us going into the theater and then...
And I was like, dude, I don't care about presents or anything.
There wasn't a lot of seats. There wasn't a lot of seats.
I sat by myself, which I loved.
When you walk into a movie theater, you know how there's that, like, right when you go in, there's those seats right in front of that section where it's, like, for handicapped seats? It was like that. There was a 3 in the center. There was a 3 in the center, and then there was a 2 on the side. And we're like, fuck, there's like no.
And that was only one all
seats.
The way to the side, so that one was.
Oh, and then we got a booklet,
which I have up on my wall.
We got a booklet that had one of the characters and like all the information about the process that went into the movie. So this is how the experience went for us. We sat in our seats.
I sat by myself, which
the room goes dark.
Mm-hmm.
Then the words overture come out on the screen.
I do remember this.
And then Ennio Morricone is his name. I know I probably botched it, but he did the music for The Thing.
Oh, that was the movie I was talking about that I loved.
And this is the movie I think that got him his Oscar. I think he had never gotten an Oscar before for any of his music.
I heard that a lot of the score that he didn't use for The Thing he used in this.
So that was what I think the overture was 8 minutes.
8 minutes, but it was the best 8 minutes of my life.
So everyone is just sitting in the dark.
Listening.
It says overture, like
I'm so glad nobody was talking.
You can see the shifting of the screen, like as the film is rolling.
Yeah,
and you can hear it. You did like I get chills remembering it
because it was amazing. It was one of the best things ever.
And then after that, the screen goes dark again. And then on the screen it says presented in Panavision, 70 millimeters, and then it had the old. Is it Warner Brothers?
No, it was. Was it Warner Brothers?
Well, it just had that really vintage feel to it. And then in movies when the reel messes up on the film, that happened to us.
Yeah, that did, and I was like,
oh.
But at least we got to experience that. Like you wouldn't experience that in this day and age. So we're lucky we got to experience that, like how it would be back then. So that was dope.
And then it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And they started it back up again.
Which, oh my. And this film is. That I heard a YouTuber say it was really a lot like
almost
John
comparable.
Carpenter, almost comparable to John Carpenter's The Thing. Even Kurt Russell.
But then you can even say that about it's comparable to Reservoir Dogs.
Oh yeah,
because you know that one person is working.
No, but this one, it's in the snow and they're kind of trapped in Reservoir Dogs. They could have left, but in this one they're trapped in there. They can't.
They leave the base.
You leave, you die because that's like blizzard outside.
They leave the base in The Thing.
To go look at the thing, and then they bring it back, and then that's when they're kind of trapped in there.
Regardless of. So, we watch about an hour and 45 minutes into the movie, and I remember the intermission starts at the end of such a perfect scene. And it's the scene when Samuel Jackson is talking to the general, the major.
Is it
no,
major
it's the general. It's the general. I always forget the actor's name, but.
His name is not right here.
Bob the Mexican sits down to play the piano. And as soon as he hits the first note, like you sort of get like chills down your spine.
Bruce Dern is his name.
Bruce Dern.
General Sandy Smithers.
So Samuel Jackson's character starts to talk to Bruce Dern's character,
which he hates blacks, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so he starts to tell him about like, oh, I met your son the day he died, blah blah blah, and the whole time like
he's saying everything right because you can see by his face that he's like, oh my.
This intensity starts to build up because as he's telling him, you hear Silent Night being played into the back, and Bob the Mexican messes up, and then like everything gets quiet, and he's like, oh, and then he starts to play again. And then he continues to talk.
Ooh, I just got shivers down my spine.
And then he messes up and he's like, then he starts again from the beginning. As soon as it starts to get really important, he starts to play it perfectly. It ends, and then he closes the piano. And as soon as he closes the piano, it cuts to black.
Intermission, right?
Yeah. Then it says intermission. That was 15 minutes, and I think it was such a cool experience that like everybody walked out of the theater and they were like, "Wow, this is like really good. Like I like where this is going."
I feel like they should do that more now.
I don't think people
would want to stop.
Would want it.
I would. It was a really good experience. Like you get to talk about some of the movie already.
But
this would stop people from talking. Like
you would have to know how to edit the movie properly,
I guess, yeah,
in order for you to have an intermission.
Good. And then, how he brought it back too was.
A lot of people complain about it because
I loved it.
They're like that because that's why too.
It's only if you watch it on DVD.
Yeah, no. If you got to experience it on the road show, it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
But I wouldn't go watch it digitally like the week after it had came out, and I was like, this is just awkward because he closes the piano and then immediately it's like you hear Quentin Tarantino's voice. 15 minutes ago when you last left us, and you're like, what the. Like, if you hadn't seen it, you'd be like, why what the hell's Quentin Tarantino talking about? Like, when you last left us, like, what the. But going to see it in that road show made me appreciate it 1,000 times more.
Yeah, it was one of the best experiences I will ever have in a theater. It was so hot. I shouldn't have worn all that nice clothes because of Christmas, but that was one of the best Christmases ever.
I think overall it was. I would give it like a 10 out of 10.
It was a 10 out of 10 experience.
Every actor that was in it did really good. Channing Tatum was a little cringy, if I can be honest.
Yeah. But cinematography in that movie too was so good. How it starts off, all those good shots. Top 10 or 8.
Top 8.
Is it 7 or 8?
8. For me, it would be.
Well, obviously, you can't see Jackie Brown because you've never seen it, and then that was pretty much it, right? So top 7 for me?
Reservoir Dogs is number 1. Hateful Eight is number 2. Inglourious Basterds is number 3. Django Unchained number 4.
Ooh.
And Pulp Fiction number 5, and then Kill Bill 2, and then Kill Bill 1.
Oh, this is gonna be hard for me because Kill Bill.
And 1. You've never seen Jackie Brown or Inglourious Basterds.
Did you say Inglourious Basterds?
Yeah.
I saw so much Jackie Brown. It's more than you have. Okay.
Okay,
buddy. Anyway, number 1 for me. Hateful Eight.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
2. Django. The D is silent, so it's Django. Number 3. Reservoir Dogs. 4. Pulp Fiction. 5 and 6 is Kill Bill 1 and 2. Exactly in that order. 1 and 2. So, yeah. So that's my top 6. I didn't see no more.
Okay, so we spent the last 40 minutes or so talking about Quentin Tarantino and his many, many amazing accolades. I don't know if that's the correct term. But let's get into the real awesome nitty-gritty deliciousness. Talking about universes, homeboy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I only know some of this. I only know one thing about the universe. Red Apple cigarettes. And that's all I know. And then Vega and... whatever.
Okay.
Where do you want to start off?
Pulp Fiction has John Travolta as Vincent Vega.
And?
Reservoir Dogs has Michael Madsen as Vic Vega.
Vic Vega.
They are... Brothers.
And they are both killers.
And they're both hitmen assassins.
Hitmen.
They were going to make a movie.
Oh, that would have been dope. But
called Double the Vega. No, they were going to make it like in 2003, dude. When they were still moderately young. But the idea eventually got canned because they were too old.
Which is true.
Okay, so that's... My pops fell.
There's a ghost in here. Your pops fell.
Fucking... Okay. Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs connection through there. There's a connection that I caught that I never see talked about in like any blogs or on Reddit or anything. It's not well known, but Mr. White's character, Harvey Keitel's character, his name is, I want to say it's Lawrence Dimmick. Let me look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I doubted it'll tell you on
No,
that.
yeah, I did. Mr. White, his name is...
Larry Dimmick.
Okay.
In Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino's character
is Dimmick.
Jimmy Dimmick.
Oh, dude. That's crazy.
And there's a deleted scene that I have on the Blu-ray or DVD for Reservoir Dogs that was supposed to be included called The Bonnie Situation.
The Bonnie?
Yes. And it was supposed to be about how they were going to call her to help Mr. Orange. And he's like, oh, if her husband finds out that she's helping him again, he's going to be really pissed off. So they kind of cut it because it was like,
But then eventually he was Mr. Wolf, Dick Wolf, Speedweed and Dick Wolf. He was Mr. or what's his name? Wolf?
Wolf? I know, but that doesn't have any connection.
In Pulp Fiction, he's Wolf.
I know, but that doesn't have any connection.
Oh, I know, but still, that's probably why he couldn't. No. That's probably how he. I don't know.
Tim Roth comes out in both Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, but what you just said that he was gonna be his brother. No, oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Okay. What other movies? Jackie Brown. I don't know a thing about Jackie Brown.
Inglourious Bastards, isn't there a reference? And Django too. They have one too.
Oh, Django Unchained is connected to Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Walken's character in Pulp Fiction is Captain Coons, and there's a wanted poster in Django Unchained when he's reading it, and one of the outlaws is Crazy Craig Coons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that connection.
Okay.
They say that Kill Bill, Jackie Brown,
yeah,
are movies that they would go. Jules and Vincent would go see in the theater.
Why?
So those are movies that are movies.
So those are. Wait,
they're not connected to
Jackie
anything. Jackie Brown and Pulp Fiction, I want to say.
Okay. And it says right here.
But that doesn't matter because that's not.
It's a movie, right?
Yeah, but it was written by him. Remember, we're talking about like the official universe.
Okay. It's all like True Romance connected.
Inglourious Bastards is connected to True Romance.
But I thought you said we weren't talking about that. Oh, okay, never mind.
Because. Oh, fuck.
Oh, see, that's what I got mixed up in the beginning of the episode. I thought True Romance and Natural Born Killers the same thing. The girl from Dusk Till Dawn comes out in Natural Born Killers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, so that's what I got mixed up. Okay, anyway, go.
There's two related characters from. True Romance is a connection.
Reservoir Dogs was once.
Oh, that's what people think because there's a part in Reservoir Dogs when he goes, "Oh, what happened to Alabama? Alabama is the name of Patricia Arquette's character, and she ends up like killing people too in True Romance."
Yeah, I know. Okay.
But there's a director at the end of True Romance that I think he's related to someone from Inglourious Bastards. Like that's like his great grandfather. Yeah, see, the Bear Jew is his great grandfather.
Oh, what I sang in the beginning too, Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, that referenced she was going to be in that TV show.
Oh, Fox Force 5.
And then it was technically Kill Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Because
this is it. We're really sloppy at this.
Yeah, we really are sloppy.
At this whole universe thing. But that's basically what I know is the
bride's connection to Django.
Barely.
Speaking of Kill Bill, one of the many times someone tried to kill the bride.
Paul Schultz is in the background on a grave. Paul Schultz.
Oh, so that's
supposedly people say that's
Schultz.
That's Schultz's wife.
Also, so the cigarettes.
Red Apple cigarettes, Big Kahuna Burger.
That's pretty much it. Right?
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up this episode on Quentin Tarantino. I think he's a pretty good guy because you would think that someone who's a director like this would like have a mansion with like 15 rooms and have like 6 cars. He lives in an apartment.
Which I would do if I was a director, if I was an actor, rich.
But you would think that someone like that would.
He has a lot of money because of his great movies. Anyway, so this is the end, right?
I think so.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino, for your amazing movies. We dedicated this whole podcast just to one person.
An amazing person.
An amazing person who has amazing movies. That should influence lots of directors.
So if you haven't seen any of his movies, go ahead and check those out.
Hopefully we didn't spoil any of them for you.
And if we did...
They've been out for a while, but that's not your fault if you haven't heard of them.
Also true.
So
all in all...
Well, okay. Closing question. Somebody heard that. What movie are you going to tell them to watch?
Somebody heard this?
If somebody heard this, that...
Okay, so that will be the final question.
Yes,
if you had
final question. If someone listening to this was like, you know what, I'm actually going to listen to them. I'm going to watch a Quentin Tarantino movie. Which one would you tell them to watch? And
probably Reservoir Dogs.
Why?
I think Reservoir Dogs has a good story. It keeps you interested the entire time.
Mm-hmm. So that one?
Yeah, it would definitely be Reservoir Dogs.
I think
because that one's my favorite.
It would be either Django or Reservoir Dogs. Mostly for the same reasons. So, if you are wanting to watch a Quentin Tarantino movie, watch Reservoir Dogs or Django.
And if you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma,
call this number. 626. Oh wait, I shouldn't say my number on this.
Don't
call me.
Thank you though. Thank you for listening. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Don't forget to listen to the second episode if you haven't listened to it. That one hasn't gotten as much love. We apologize for making these so long, but we're just so passionate.
And you should listen. Like, you should be happy they're long. Like, if you're bored or anything,
Yeah.
I love long podcasts.
I'm still working on figuring out where to post them so you guys can hear them without, if you don't have YouTube Red. I know that it's a nuisance that you have to have the video open.
Oh yeah, I was telling you, Podbay.
I'll probably upload them on
iTunes?
SoundCloud.
iTunes.
But
Anyway,
again, thank you for listening. This is Eli.
this is K Billy. No, I'm just kidding. This is Louie.
You were listening to K Billy's. Oh, actually, this is Eli. This is Louie. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Like what you heard, like this video. You want to hear more? Subscribe to me, or wait till I post it somewhere else where you can subscribe. Don't forget just to stay awesome. And
This was K Billy's Super Sounds of the 70s. So, thank you for listening, and just keep on trucking.